White people hate me, they say that I'm using my privilege for evil, I get it, hey. Black people hate me, they say that I'm racist, my feelings don't match with their message, whoa. Feminists hate me because I believe that their movement is angry and sexist, woo. My girlfriend hates me and I don't know why, but I love her, whatever, forget it, yeah. And gay people hate me because when I see something I don't like, I say that it's gay. Straight people hate me for having the balls to go say what they think and that makes them afraid. Dumb people hate me for making the music containing the truth to expose all the ways. The government robs them, the pop culture kills them, the rappers convince them to ruin their brains. Go ahead and say all of that wild online, man. You might need a Dr. Phil if you catch me outside. And I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I cannot afford to give a if it was finance. Baby, hating, I think it's stupid funny. Haters, fake friends, making me stupid money. Baby, hating, making me famous. Keep hating, you're wasting all of your energy on me. Everyone hates me for something or makes something up when they hate me for nothing. They claim I'm a Satanist. Hitler's my cousin. I beat up a kid. I killed Gabby while hunting. Hey, I heard he's Illuminati. Hey, I heard he's related to Trump. Whoa, I heard he's reptilian probably. Hey, I heard he kills kittens for fun. All lies, all lies, all lies. Y'all fall, lie, rise. Yeah, y'all phony tough and I'm blowing up and that's your fault, not mine. Yeah. Everybody hates me, and I only know because I read it. And I hate y'all too if that bothered me. But honestly, I don't let it. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. That's enough of that. So look, why'd I want to start with that song? Well, look. Okay, first off, I apologize. I really do apologize that I'm using a webcam. I apologize. A lot of things went out on me last minute, and I just had to get this out on Christmas. So the next podcast, the next episode, I do promise I will have my official camera set up, and I will be using my mixer in between and everything. It'll all look great. The music will be played on the intro. You won't have to be looking at me while it's playing. But we're still here. We're still dedicated. And the reason I chose that song is that last line right there. Everybody hates me, and I know because I read it. Okay. Let's get into things. First off, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope y'all had a good time with your family. I hope everybody got what they wanted. My family was so happy. It was awesome. Everybody got everything they could have ever asked for. And we are super blessed. So no matter how much they hate on me, we still got money. We're still paid. And everybody over here is happy. And that's what matters. All I can hope for is that your families feel the same way. I know there's a lot of people struggling this time of year, struggling, period. So my thoughts are out with them. Okay. But we're here to cancel Christmas. We're here to cancel myself. We're here to cancel everything around me. Okay. Because apparently I need to be canceled. So where do I begin? Let's start with Nick Jones versus Mike Bailey, right? It's a fucking classic. All 3 rounds are fire. Okay. If y'all hear my kid playing in the background, I'm sorry. She's having fun. She's playing with toys, right? It is what it is. But Nick Jones versus Mike Bailey was classic. Okay. There is no debate in that. I don't care what anybody says. All 3 rounds were fire on both sides. In between the rounds, me and Nick were talking and we were giving each other credit. We're like, that was an amazing round. That was an amazing round. Here you go, baby. Go play with it for a minute. Okay. Baby, go play with your toys. Okay. Good girl. All 3 rounds, we're talking in between, telling each other how good it sounded. I remember in the 3rd round, we were like, bring it home, bring it home, bring it home. We were both loving the battle. We knew it was a good battle. It was a close battle. Okay. And the only issue I have is now, like, I'm not actually out there reading this shit right now, but I've got people telling me that everybody on there is saying Nick Jones 3-0, which is fucking ridiculous, right? I can start listing off names if you want. I mean, we could really do that. From Eli, Spades, Josh, fucking a lot of y'all came up to me after the battle and said 2-1 you. A couple of you said it's too close. You got to watch it again. Bobby Lee Swagger said 3-0 Nick because he's a fucking dick eater. And maybe a couple people told me it could have been 2-1 Nick, but they'd have to rewatch it. But that's the point. That's what I'm saying is to my face, y'all were saying 2-1 me or it's a fucking classic. Now it's 3-0 Nick. And that just shows you guys dicky and you just hop on the bandwagon, man. Whoever's the one who's hated, y'all jump on that. And it's been me for a while. I'm used to that. Sorry for I'm sick. I'm real sick. I'm sick of the bullshit. yeah, so for a while it's been cool to hate me, and now y'all feel like you got a reason. So I guess I see it. It is what it is. I seen it coming. People told me, they said, "Hey, look, like you're coming up too fast. You're getting views. You're battling big names. They're gonna hate. They're gonna use anything they can." And it was true because before y'all would hold on to fake shit. Oh, he's buying views, or oh, he pays to battle legends and always lose. Even though I clearly beat Dre Vicious, I debatably beat Lotta. I had a debatable loss to Johnny Storm. Dre Dennis whooped my ass. Happens. I lost to Cali Smooth, but I put up a hell of a fight. And every time there's legends in Salt Lake, none of you go up there and make it competitive. I'm the only one who does that. Y'all do the same thing, except you show up in your ass, because that's just what you guys are ass. Y'all can't rap. Thank God Nick Jones and Pat Maine and Lefty Two Guns are coming back, because y'all are fucking ass. All of you. I might be lying a little bit. There's a couple of you that are decent or pretty fire, but most of you are fucking ass, and you know it. You look in the mirror. I bet you when you brush your teeth in the morning, the first thing you say, you go, "Oh man, I'm ass." And so why lie to everybody else? You tell yourself the truth, right? You're ass. But salute to Nick Jones, man. He did fucking phenomenal. I did fucking phenomenal, because I always do fucking phenomenal. But Nick Jones' first battle back in 10 years and has a classic with the God. Debatably loses or debatably beats the God. It's a classic. But Nick Jones is so fucking fire, and I can't wait to see what he does next. I honestly, truly am appreciative to him for how hard he came and how much work he put into it, how prepared he was, and his performance. All of it, man. I appreciate it all. I loved it all, every moment. Okay. Classic battle. Quit hating on it. Um, where do we go next? Where do we go from here? Right? I know where you guys want me to go. See, that's why y'all are talking about, oh, he canceled himself. Oh, he can't talk his way out of this one. What do you mean talk my way out of it, bro? You're acting like you're my PO. I don't have to talk my way out of shit. You're acting like you're tough. Why would I have to talk my way out of anything with you? You're a fucking pipsqueak. You're a fucking nerd. I would whop you in the fucking face and laugh at you for trying. So quit acting tough. I don't have to talk my way out of nothing with any of you. You guys rap about guns you never seen, you rap about drugs you never sold, and you fucking try to glorify life you didn't live, or you try to shame people that did live the life. That's the reality. So quit acting like I have to talk my way out of anything. I'm not scared of you. Nobody's scared of you. My daughters aren't scared of you. So no, I did not cancel myself. I mean, debatably, I guess, right? If y'all gonna try to cancel me, but that should be a new thing, because there's a lot more speaking my mind to come. There's a lot more shitting on you dudes to come. So maybe I will get canceled, but I'm definitely not canceling myself. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I took a break. I took a break from the internet. Why? Because I can't stand you motherfuckers. I can't stand you. You guys are all love and face. Yeah, I love you. Even after the shit happened, coming up to me, I love you, bro. I know it ain't nothing, bro. They're exaggerating. Oh, it ain't nothing. Those messages ain't blah 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 blah. And then you run to the internet and you dick eat because you just want to be cool. But here's the thing: is you can try to hate me to get into the position I'm in or get into my spot, but the reason you can't is because you can't rap your ass. So they will never love you or hate you. You'll just be somebody that they watch and they're looking at their watch, or they go out and have a smoke break because they're sick of hearing the same shit over and over. That's what you guys do. Okay. So keep hating on me. It's actually bringing me a lot of love. You could say unfortunate timing, or you could say perfect timing. I just had the clickbait interview with Lush One, and that shit was blowing up, and people were, giving a lot of hate through that, or giving a lot of love through that, or whatever, right? But it was clickbaity as fuck. I knew it'd be clickbaity. Party foul. I knew it'd be clickbaity, right? He told me that's how we were doing it, to get more eyes on it. And then right after that, all this shit happened. So it is what it is. But we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna make y'all wait for that. I had a couple of things in my notes about what I wanted to look into. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, another thing about why I haven't been on the internet, or why I haven't been trying to say much, right? Y'all are saying now that I'm not on the internet, I'm not posting, I'm not defending myself, I'm not putting out videos. You say I'm running, I'm hiding, I'm canceling myself, I'm scared, I can't explain it, even though I don't have to explain shit to you. You're not a judge. Point fingers like one, but you're not a cop or a judge. The reason I haven't been doing it, man, is simple. Is I just wanted some time for me, right? Let's say right off the bat, I come out and I'm like da 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 da, and I speak my piece and I tell y'all how I'm feeling. What would you say then? See, it's not like, oh, we wish Mike would have spoke so that we could be on his side or we could say this or that. That's not the reason y'all are saying it. You're just hating and you're latching onto anything you can. Before y'all hated with nothing. Now you got a reason and you're latching onto it, right? If I had defended myself, if I had been posting videos or statuses or getting into it with all you dick eaters, all you guys would have said is, oh, look how guilty he looks. He's so defensive. He's this, he's that. I'm not stupid. Y'all are manipulative, but you're manipulative like my fucking daughters, bro. Like you can't outthink me. You can try to manipulate, but it just looks dumb. It just looks like you're lying. Um, I don't feel like I have to explain myself because I don't see the big deal. But we'll get into it, and maybe I will explain myself a little bit. But I'm not really too worried about it. None of you guys really move me. You don't move the needle. You get no views. You do nothing. You choke almost every fucking battle. Come out, have one good battle, then choke three more battles. I'm not really worried about your opinion. Like I'm still they want me to go battle in Oregon literally in like a week and a half. I haven't even started writing. They want me to go do some shit with GTX. They want me to go do some shit with Westworld. They want me back on Gates of the Garden. I got the URL Crucible coming up. So the moral of the story is I'm still very battle rap focused. I'm not hiding or running. I'm just, taking a minute for myself and trying to decide what moves are the right moves for me to make cuz this year I'm not going to be battling so much because I want to give the very best of my ability every time I'm on stage and it's just that simple. Um but yeah, man, it doesn't matter what I did. If I came out and was quiet, y'all would have that narrative. If I came out and defended myself, y'all would have another narrative. It don't fucking matter what I do in this position. Y'all are just gonna hate me no matter what. And I had to accept that. It doesn't matter how much I scream Utah. It don't matter how much I rep Mike Masters on other leagues. It don't matter how much I try to push you guys. It don't matter how much of my time, effort, and energy I put into this. You guys are gonna hate me. And the reason is simple because you feel like you're more talented than me, but yet you get way less attention than me. Now, whether it's a debate about talent or not, I mean, we could leave that for someone else. I mean, I know y'all can't rap, but I work harder. And that's why y'all hate me because I work hard. So you see my face on every flyer, local and not local. You see me doing things. You see me doing what you wish you could do, what you're capable of doing. But yet you just procrastinate. You sit around, you do nothing, and then you bitch about the shots that you're getting. You'd say, oh, Nate doesn't give me the opportunities he gives other guys. Well, maybe because Nate doesn't see you grinding. You ever thought about that? Or maybe it's because he does give you somewhat of an opportunity and you show up and choke. You ever thought about that? The common denominator here seems to be you because there's other guys getting opportunities, but you're not and you're mad. What do you think that has to do with? You think that's my fault? You think that's Mike Masters' fault? Or you think it's your fault? It's probably your fault, right? Okay, cool. Just checking. Um, Yeah, man, y'all are crazy. 3-0 Nick Jones. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. Y'all were coming up to me talking about how I won in a close battle, or you were saying I won, or you were saying that it was too close to judge. You got to watch it back. And now I just got smoked. And this Team Edward versus Team Jacob shit has to stop. How the fuck do y'all have me as Jacob? I am very clearly Edward, but whatever. Team Edward. Um, y'all will do anything, man. That's what's crazy. Y'all will really do anything. Um, so okay. We have a battle, right? A very good battle between Eli Ace and Lotta Zay. Very good battle, if you ask me. I thought both guys were on their game. I thought Lotta Zay took it 3-0. But it was like an edge. It was a gentleman's. Like every round, Eli was fighting his ass off, having a good performance, having very great bars. I just thought that Lotta Zay was doing a little bit more, especially in the performance department. But it was a fucking great battle, and I could definitely see a lot of people thinking maybe that Eli took some of those rounds because Eli was doing his fucking thing. He really was. And Lotta Zay, that was a very rare Lotta Zay. Like I haven't seen a Lotta Zay that good since like Daylight or something. Like Lotta Zay was really fucking cooking, right? But then what? We get to the second round, and Lotta Zay has the big angle, right? And he directs y'all to Instagram. Hey, baby, stop throwing that. We just got that. Okay. Hey, Everly, be careful. So the second round, he has the big angle. Mike Bailey did this and Mike Bailey did that. Um, I knew y'all would react the way you reacted, right? What if I told you everything in this game is scripted? Would y'all believe me? But that's besides the point, right? Um, So the big angle happens. He redirects y'all to Instagram. One thing I noticed about those messages that he posted is that it was very one-sided. And if I was to go to Facebook right now, hold on, let me look. Let me see how many times I messaged Lotta without a response. And I could post all this after for you guys too. This isn't an issue. I got a lot of stuff I'm about to be posting after this, actually, because I'm really, really thinking that y'all are starting to piss me off, and I got a lot of shit to show. By the way, shout out to the people who have been messaging me. You know, people who have been showing love and support. I really do appreciate it. I won't say your name right now because I know saying your name right now and being attached to me is a scary place to be. Um, but I'm messaging one of y'all back right now. Merry Christmas to you too. I think you know who you are. Um, all right, Lotta. Yeah, so it looks like as I'm scrolling through this, man, I have never messaged him more than 2 messages without a response. Yet on this angle, we see me message him like 10 times with no response. Where were his responses? What were we really talking about? Did you get the full context of the conversation or not? I don't know, right? Um, I will say that that's kind of something people like to do today when they want to virtue signal and get their point out and try to cancel somebody. What do? Well, they take things out of context. They take a recording or a screenshot and they just show you bits, but they don't show you everything. And a lot of the substance gets lost because you don't know the context of the conversation. And yeah, there's a little bit of that going on there. But other than that, let's just talk about it. The messages, do they look bad? I think so, a little bit. Yeah. However, however, let's delve into this from different aspects, different angles. So every time I double back to the beginning, I'm talking about this from a whole different angle, right? The first angle that we're gonna look at this at is y'all are saying I stabbed my best friend in the back. That's like one of the big things going on. He stabbed one of his best friends in the back. Imagine what he blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. Is Eli Ace my best friend? No. Absolutely fucking not. And I think he would say the same thing before this. Fuck after this, before this, right? Now, do I think Eli Ace is cool? Hell yeah, I do. And we spent a lot of time talking to each other on the phone. And I did think he was cool. And I did have a lot of appreciation and respect for what he can do. I think there's a lot of battles where he leaves a lot to be desired for, but we all have those moments, including myself. But overall, he's one of the best local guys doing it, period. And I'm not about to hate on him just because y'all are all hating on me. I will get into something about Eli a little bit later about how him acting like he's so disappointed in this and that. That's funny to me, and it's very ironic, but we'll get to it, right? But let's start, like I said, with the whole like, oh, he don't have no words to say. He can't talk his way out of this one. Eli, I don't need to talk my way out of shit. You don't scare me. You're not tough, okay? You're a fucking nerd. Quit acting like that. Period. Yeah, you can rap. Yeah, you beat me in a battle. I will beat the shit out of you in a fight. And I would beat the shit out of you if we ever battled again. I just want you to know that. I want you to know that I did not respect you the first time that we battled. I was busy. I was handling other things. But anyways, did I stab my best friend in the back? That's crazy to me and myself. None of my friends battle rapped are not that goofy. I'm the only one who fell for this fucking goof troop, fucking drama trap. Okay. Eli Ace, I have not known for long. If you want to be technical, oh baby, it's okay. Come here. Yeah, my big girl. Come here. Let me see it. Let me see it. Hold on, intermission. Real life. Oh, it's okay, bub. It's okay. Keep watching your cartoon. I'll be done soon, okay, baby? And we'll go play. I love you, little girl. All right. I have not known Eli Ace for all that long, my friends. Matter of fact, I've known Lotta Zay for longer, technically. I never met Eli back in the day when we were doing shit. We might have been in the same building before, but we never even shook hands. Okay. So me and Eli are not like these long-term fucking friends. We were cool in battle rap terms and we did hang out 3 times for like an hour a piece. I hung out with Lotta one time for like 8 hours. Okay. There are a lot of things I appreciate about Eli, and I do think Eli overall is a good dude. Um, so I'm not here to just try to destroy Eli, but he wasn't my best friend, man. Quit acting like that. Matter of fact, we're gonna take it from the Lotta angle first. I've known Lotta even a little bit longer. When I hung out with him, he met my kids. We've talked about his kids. He's given me advice going into almost every battle I've ever had. He is the one who put my name in the scout's ear for the URL Crucible. He literally got me that opportunity. We went to the studio together. We've done a song together. Lotta I looked at as a mentor and a kind of a friend. Honestly, I did. So when he messaged me the first time, I just brushed it off. I didn't even really get into it with him. But then I did give him some information later. Yes, I gave him first information that I thought has already been used against Eli and was effective as far as like the college angle, as far as the like, we don't want to hear you shame gun bars and shame the street bars and that lifestyle when you are clearly a white college dude who fucking you know, isn't from that cloth. And I know he likes to act hard. LPK, whatever he said, that's not a fucking real gang. Eli was not from the streets. He was from Midvale. Okay. He's never been from that lifestyle. He has no right to tell dudes who are from that lifestyle that what they're talking about is not relevant or not effective because Eli has no fucking clue about that life. But anyways, so I did tell him angles that I thought had worked in the past with Forward Deb, Bobby Lee Swagger, et cetera, right? Nothing crazy, just angles I've seen other people take that have worked. I complimented Eli. I said he's dope. I said he's the type to come up with shit that you would think that you would have thought of, but you never thought of, that he could play with your name and do some poetry type of shit. And that it's never basic. It's always gonna be some poetry or some evolution or some science shit. I talked about that with him. Okay. I warned him that he's a crazy name flipper. All these things are true. Okay. But nothing did I say was in like my intention was never to hurt Eli's rounds. Quite the opposite. Now, from Eli's side. Okay. I had already heard Eli's rounds by the second time that Lotta hit me up and we did talk. Um, and when we talked, he had showed me his third round. He had shown me all his rounds, but in his third round, I had seen that in those first two rounds, he did a lot of Eli stuff, poetry stuff, name flipping, cool wordplay, a lot of like deep thinking, intelligent shit, normal shit for Eli. But in that third round, he did something different. He took more of a personal approach, and he talked about how hard he had to work to get to college, and that he had to work those jobs, and that he had to put in lots of hours, and that it was not easy to go to college. And so having that in mind, I didn't think I was hurting Eli by telling Lotta, hey, man, a lot of people have had success with this college angle. Call him a pompous white boy. Da 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 da. The worst thing I may have said in that message is something along the lines of, I don't respect when he does that shit about, talking down on street shit, because I am from the streets. I did have to live very poor. I did have to live in some rough neighborhoods. I have been to jail and prison for all kinds of shit. And I did feel like I had a lack of options, and I did feel like I had to live that life. So when somebody talks down on that type of material, I don't respect that, because we truly are just using that to our advantage now, or we're using this as a way to cope with it, or a way to express it, right? And when we see other dudes in this fucking culture trying to act hard, but they didn't live through that stuff, of course we're going to talk about that stuff. Okay, so like the worst thing I said is that I don't respect when he does that, but the truth is I fucking don't. I don't respect that shit. I think it's weak and lame as hell. It's like when A-War tried to tell Geechee Gotti all this shit about being a Crip and da 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 da. It just came off as corny. And I've told that to Eli before. I said that to him. I've told him this isn't gonna work. Remember, you're going against this dude or you're going against that dude. Making fun of him for selling drugs might not come off right, or this might not come off right. I've tried to warn him before about that very thing. So it's not anything I had never told Eli there. Okay. Um, And again, I'd heard Eli's third. I knew that angle he was coming with. So I honestly thought, if anything, it would help him to tell Lotta to go with those angles that other people had used before that were successful, because Eli now had great defenses for it. I told him just like angles and very, very plain shit, bro. Like, I don't know where you guys are getting all these extra ideas from, but it is what it is. And like I said, when you only see certain parts of the conversation, maybe you take it out of context. And I know Eli is like a local hero, and so we all want to get behind him and support him. And y'all feel like I stabbed my best friend in the back, even though I have known Eli for less than a year. And we do talk on the phone. At least we did. And I did enjoy our conversations, and I thought he was a cool guy. But bro, that's not my best friend. And like, let's take this further before we get into my last point, my big point. Okay. What I did, we all do. And y'all know that. Okay. Just like Pat and Nick Jones will talk to each other going into a battle with me, talk about the things they don't like about me, talk about the angles that they think will work against me or that they know would work against me, talk about maybe cool ways to flip my name, right? I'm sure they do that. Matter of fact, I know they do that. And I know a lot of you do that. I've done it with some of you. I've done it with Ghost. Okay. I know for a fact I did it with Spades right before this same event. And I don't hate Nate. Okay. I didn't necessarily have any agenda in that battle other than me and Spades were talking. And I told him angles that I thought could work. I told him I thought it'd be good if you made fun of him for always being on camera. I thought it might work if you could make fun of him for the fact that Jer is also a part of this and it's not just a one-man show, right? It's not that all of us rub each other wrong at times. And there has been times where Nate has made me mad. And I'm sure there's times where I've made him mad. Just like I know that he's made Eli mad. Just like I know he's made Spades mad. Just like I know that he's made fucking a lot of guys mad because a lot of you have told me. Okay. And so it's not that I hated Nate. Sure, we've had disagreements in the past. We've also had really good times in the past. Okay. We've also been on fucking road trips together and had some decent times together. It wasn't that I hated Nate. It was that me and Spades were talking, and as a battle rapper, I feel like I'm an analyst sometimes, and I broke down things that I thought might work. Just like I know when Nate was talking to his people, people were telling him things that he thought they thought might work. This is just what battle rap is. We all do it. But because they made an angle out of it and made it look kind of out of context and crazy, y'all fell for it. But like I said, maybe it's all scripted. Maybe me and Eli are fucking hanging out right now. You ever thought about that? So, I did something that we all do. Did I maybe say a couple of things that I shouldn't have? Sure, maybe I did. But I looked at Lotta as a friend too. Lotta Zay literally got me a URL battle. Lotta Zay literally met my kids. Lotta Zay literally been talking to me for ever since we battled, over a year, a little bit longer. And I've been talking to Eli actually. So, thought he was a friend as well, right? Nothing I told him was to try to make Eli lose. I actually warned Eli about some of the things that he should expect as well. I actually fed an angle that I thought Eli had really phenomenal defense to, you know? And we've all done it. Okay. I've got messages with Spades talking about the Nate battle going into it. And y'all are portraying it a little bit different than it actually happened. But you know what? We'll have more videos in the future to talk more about this if that seems like something that people want to do. The reason I'm not on social media right now, like I said, is just I need a break because y'all are going fucking crazy. Okay. My inbox is crazy. Y'all are crazy. I've gotten death threats. I've gotten people telling me I should kill myself. And I've got a lot of just the run of the mill hate going on. Y'all would think I'm P. Diddy or something. But it's cool. All you're doing is getting me more attention. Honestly, that's all you guys are doing. So if you really hate me, maybe stop talking about me. And then maybe I'll like cancel myself and I'll die off and I'll be irrelevant. And then your dreams will come true. You'll finally be bigger than Mike Bailey. Now. When I do this on my other software, I could add audio and shit. And then right here, I would have a drum roll. Matter of fact, maybe I'll find a drum roll. Maybe you guys can wait for me and be on my time. If you wanted the juicy stuff, you got to wait till the end. If you're still here, you're about to get it. You're about to get the real juicy material coming up. Evie, please don't touch that, baby. Hey, girl. Hey, put down that. Don't do that. Are we ready? Oh, I got a fucking ad. Of course I would. The moment we have all been waiting for is upon us. All right. The leak. Who was the leak? How was I able to rebuttal so much of what Nick had? How did I know he was going to talk about me working in a rehab? How did I know he was going to talk about me selling drugs and being contradicting? How did I know all these different things that he was going to say and have an answer for it? One, I'm just a good battle rapper. And if I had gone with my original 3 rounds, again, good save though. If I had gone with my original 3 rounds, it still would have been a great battle, probably a classic, and it would have been close still. However, after I talked to this individual, I got off the direction I was on, which was just punch a lot, right? I'd had like a round down at this point. Had a lot of ideas for the second and third. I hadn't really formatted them out, but it was all just punchlines and name flips and wordplay. That's all it was, schemes. I was not getting all that personal with it. And then I talked to this individual. He told me a lot of very interesting stuff. A lot. Way more than I told Lotta. He told me the exact angles that I was going up against. He told me how often Nick was punching. He told me the speed that Nick was at and that he would never speed up, and that maybe if I rapped fast and had some multis, that it would be good in contrast, and that would help me take some rounds because it would be more appeasing to people's ears. But I always do that anyways. He told me a lot of stuff. Okay. One of the big things he told me was that Eli was working, or Eli, what I say, Eli. He told me that Nick and Pat were working together. They had it out for me. They felt like I was cocky. They felt like I needed to be taken down a notch. And they were going to do everything in their power to body me and make it look bad. And that, again, they were working together. He told me that Nick was going to say that I pay legends just to lose the battles, that I never win, that I only lose. He told me that was coming. He told me I should rebuttal that. He fucking told me that Nick was going to talk about my job as a drug abuse counselor, I guess a recovery support specialist. And he was going to talk about how I am so contradicting to rap about the streets and the drugs and then work a job in the field that I work in. And then I would have to make up my mind and pick a side and blah, 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 right? Even though I am just telling my story, right? I did sell drugs and do drugs and commit crime a lot at some point. And I would still do whatever I had to do to survive, okay? But I knew that angle was coming, right? That's why I knew to have my third round start off with the whole, you overcharge rich people to work out. I help guys work out their obstacles and how they get past them. So me being here so you and I can battle, ironically took me away from the battle that actually matters. You see real shit, working with addicts, I see myself in them. I relate to the trauma, hoping I can help them avoid a gore again. One of the first rules, we can't be friends on social media. No tags. So how the fuck do I always see myself in they stories then? Come on, there's bars. And there was a lot more, right? And I talked about it. Okay. I knew about the energy that was coming. I knew about the angles that was coming, at least 3 of them. There might have been 4 angles I knew about. I think he told me about an angle that I just didn't even care because I thought it wasn't going to work and I left it out. I think it might have been my dad. Something about my dad, and I just left it out because it didn't bother me. I didn't think it would work. I was able to. It was still going to be a classic because Nick is phenomenal and I'm phenomenal, and I thought that our styles have a very great mix on stage. We're both kind of in that same lane. So I thought it would be a good battle no matter what. But because of talking to Eli, man, I was able to counterwrite so many points. Now, if you ask me, that's past just telling somebody what angles have worked in the past. That's past saying what their good attributes are, whether that's name flipping or punchlines or gun bars, right? That's past complimenting, saying they're super dope and poetic and intelligent and that's past that. He literally told me what to counterwrite for. Now, I know some of y'all are gonna be like, "Oh, well, that doesn't, he's just saying it. It's blah 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 blah." Like, you guys might think that I'm lying, but why? Why would I make my situation worse? Sadly, me and Eli always talk on the phone, but I do have messages about a lot of stuff from a lot of people that I'm thinking about letting go. Because I apparently, in the beginning, I wanted to avoid all this drama shit, but apparently I can't go a day without somebody being dramatic in my fucking inbox. So apparently, drama is the only way of battle rap, I guess, right? So I'm gonna start letting a lot of shit go. A lot of shit that a lot of you be saying about the owners. A lot of shit that y'all be saying about Utah. A lot of shit y'all be saying about your peers. Oh man, it could get hot. It really could. It's about to be a hot, hot winter. But it's Christmas. So maybe I should try to keep it, keep the holiday spirit going and show some mercy for tonight. But Eli, acting like you're so disappointed, right? You know what I'm talking about. Getting on fucking running back, moping around like a little fucking Eeyore bitch. It's funny to me. It really is. Because we both know the conversations we had. Matter of fact, after I showed you my 3rd round, what did you do, Eli? You, sir, got pretty scary. If you ask me, all serious, who's this about, bro? Who's this about? And I try to spare your feelings. I try to be like, bro, don't worry. It came from a credible source. You and I both know it's true, right? But I'm not going to say no names. But just know it came from a credible source. Like, you don't think that was a wink and a nod, sir? You didn't remember that 3-4 days previously, me and you had talked on the phone for 3 hours and you had told me everything about Nick? Told me about him and Pat being roommates? Told me about the angles he had for me? Told me about how often he was punching, how fast he was rapping? But nah, it's fine. It's just bad when I do it, right? Right. If that's the case, if this is truly a thing that we don't all do and you guys are all innocent, then do me a favor. You need to cancel me in spades. You need to cancel me and Eli and Lotta. And I will look through my phone to see who else you have to cancel because I have done this with many of gentlemen where we have gone back and forth and given each other game tapes. I will say the shit that Eli told me was the most egregious. It was the most I had ever had to prepare for an opponent based off of what I was told by someone who had heard the other person's bars. Because it was not just what Nick is good at. It was not just what I was good at. It was not just common sense observations. It was literally the angles I needed to counter right for. Okay. Probably a couple punches too, but I can't remember all the way. But the point is, man, y'all might think I'm bullshitting. Let me ask you a question. Why did Eli on 3 different occasions feel the need to reiterate that he had nothing to do with it? Nobody was even talking about the leak that I had mentioned, except Nick, my opponent. And Nick Jones brought it up. I think he said something as silly as well, first I think that Eli went up to him for no reason. If I'm remembering what Nick told me right, and I don't want to put the words in Nick's mouth in case I'm wrong, because this I do not remember 100% clearly, but I'm pretty confident. I think Nick told me that Eli had gone up to him and said, "Hey, bro, just so you know, I had nothing to do with it." Right? That's one. But why? Why did you feel the need to do that, Eli? And we could just sit here and count them all up, but then I think Nick may have posted something. Again, Nick's the only one talking about it. I'm not even talking about it. I left it the fuck alone. I wasn't going to do this. But I think Nick said something about, I hope whoever is on here talking about what Mike did and what Mike didn't do isn't the one who leaked my bars or my rounds or whatever he said, right? And again, Eli felt the need to be like the only person to respond and say, "Oh, I think it goes without saying, I didn't do it. Oh, it wasn't me." Right, right. Wink, wink. It wasn't me, Nick. Wink, wink. I love you, Nick. I'd do anything for you, Nick. Y'all are just crazy to me, man. I sit back at home. I've been playing video games. I've been going to work. I've been doing shit with my kids and my beautiful family and my beautiful wife, and just living life on my own terms, right? Which means I don't always have to be on social media for y'all to take shots at, because the only thing that can happen is y'all can make me mad and then I could choose to feed into it or not. And nothing gets solved by me feeding into bullshit. The truth is, I can wrap circles around any of you. So if you want smoke, let's get the smoke, right? But I don't need to be on there to get back and forth with all y'all. I was going to leave all of this alone. But the truth is what I did was very basic. It's something that commonly happens in battle rap. It's something that Eli is also guilty of. Okay. Although I would say Eli took it a lot further than I did. But hey, maybe that's just my opinion. Right? But do y'all see me on there defending myself daily? Nope. I don't gotta. Because 2 hours after the event, I seen the trend. I seen the insults and the death threats and the people trying to, call me out and talk crazy to me. I seen where it was going. So I didn't feel the need to be on there and defend myself, because y'all don't need to believe me. I don't care what you do. I have more money than you. I fuck a badder bitch than you. My kids are smarter than yours. Okay. I rap better than you. I've been on more stages than you. I got more views than you. And I'm always in life going to be 10 times more successful than you. And I'm new to life. I'm new to adult. And I just got out of prison a few years ago. And here I am already lapping all of you. So what's that say about y'all? So keep hating on me. I'm not going to be responding to y'all individually. I thought I'd make this video just to make it clear that yes, I did talk to Lotta Zay. No, y'all did not get the full conversation. But yes, it is something that happens. I've also done it with Spades and Ghost and many of other gentlemen. Eli has done it to a much bigger level. This same battle event, okay? The only difference is I didn't throw Eli under the bus because I didn't really feel like I had to. My point was served the same. I didn't want to throw him under the bus because I don't know that he understood exactly how much information he was giving me or not. But I mean, for 2-3 hours, he sat there and chirped like a little bird and told me everything about Nick, told me everything that Nick was doing, told me all the things that he was doing that was good and all the things that he was doing that was bad. And so what I'm saying is, man, if I'm guilty of it, so is a lot of other people. And maybe you should go through your inbox. Maybe you should go through your text. Maybe you should go mentally back through your phone calls and try to remember who you've talked to, especially if it was me, because I'm going to probably find it and I'm going to probably post it if y'all keep up with the bullshit. Okay? That's the truth. Eli Ace was the leak. I had lots of information about Nick and Pat and what I had coming. And because of that, I was able to write a third round that was able to almost counter everything that Nick had said. Not saying that Nick got beat up on, not saying that Nick got smoked. I personally believe I won 2-1. I also personally believe it was a classic, and I respect anybody who believes that Nick won 2-1. I do not respect this crazy 3-0 shit because that's not even close to reality. Okay, I clearly took the third. It's not even close to reality. I feel I took the I feel I took maybe the first, but I took the second and third. Or is the second the one by Nick that I can't remember. What I do know is that I for sure took the third and there was two other close rounds. That's my opinion. I respect other opinions as long as they're within the realm of reality, because Nick Jones was amazing. He's fucking fire. Can't wait to see what he does next. Salute to Nick Jones. Shout out to Nick Jones. And I hope that this Nick Jones brings you some peace, knowing that if what I did was so bad, the people you were talking to did it 10 times worse. But with all of that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Hi, babe.